Hello, hello, beautiful souls. I hope all is well with you. In today's video, chosen ones, I want to let you know that God chose you for this specific assignment because not only are you going to have enemies outside of your home, as you know, the fake friends, the co-workers, the church members, whoever. In the Bible, it says that in the end times, your enemies will be the members of your own household. Okay? So with the family dynamic, because I also want to touch up on that, you were willing to be the bad guy. God selected you to be the quote unquote bad guy. Now, you guys are going to see the title and be like, what? But hear me out, okay? As a chosen one in your family, more than likely, you are the black sheep, okay? You are the whistleblower, the truth teller, the one that is not going to go for the nonsense, the one that's not going to just sit down and shut up and cry in a corner or just keep things in the family because that's just what we do. Like, we just pass trauma down from generation to generation without healing, and it's supposed to be totally normal. Like it's supposed to be totally okay, right? No, it's never okay. It's never okay. And chosen ones, God chose you because He knew you would be able to complete the task. God picked you for the task because He knew you could complete it, okay? He knew that God knew it would hurt you. God knew that it would hurt a lot. But He still chose you because He knows your strength. God knows your strength better than you do. There were so many times you wanted to quit and give up because you were wondering, how, God? But how? Like, yes, I know I'm equipped. Yes, I know I'm strong, but still, why and how? And what God is always going to tell you, trust me. As long as you trust me, right? Like in the Bible, as long as you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. As long as you trust God, even if you don't see a way out or you don't understand how it's going to work out, God always makes a way. God always makes a way. And your family members, you had to be the bad guy because a lot of times you will have to isolate, if not permanently, temporarily, or it could be on and off. It could be during certain occasions, but it won't just be like a happy yellow brick road with you and your family. More than likely, if you're chosen when your family does not understand you, you are very misunderstood. Um, they make it their mission to make you feel like the outcast. Okay, like they go out their way to make sure you feel left out. Almost like a mistake, a regret. And you're supposed to just deal with it. You're supposed to just smile and act like nothing's going on, still show up to family functions and events and everything, right? And act like nothing's wrong. But this family dynamic is totally okay. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You are here to set the record straight. Again, you are here to blow the top off the hat. You're not going to just sit back and be quiet. You're not going to just sweep trauma, 25 years of trauma under the rug like your aunt did, your grandma did, your great grandfather did, your cousin, your whoever. You're not going to sweep trauma under the rug like they did. And that is why God chose you to be, again, quote unquote bad guy, because the black sheep is set up to look like the bad guy, the rebel, the one who doesn't listen, the one who's always getting into trouble, the one that disrespects their mother, their father. You only get one mother, blah, 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 blah. You only get siblings. Family is family. Wah, 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 wah. We hear all the excuses, right? But we never hear hold the abusers accountable. We always hear be the bigger person, right, chosen one? Why do we always have to be the bigger person? Why do we always have to be left with the trauma and the pain and the loneliness and being misunderstood and gossiped and slandered? Why do we just have to, like, why is it just dumped on us, right? God knew you can handle it. He didn't choose your sister or your mother or your brother or your aunt or your uncle because He knew they wouldn't be able to complete the assignment. they probably would have unalived themselves long time ago and succeeded. Some of us as chosen ones have even attempted to do that. I told you all in a story a while back that I did when I was younger. Because God had me on this mission that I'm on now, God didn't grant that to go my way, I guess. And I'm glad. I look back and I'm thankful that throughout the tears and all the pain, I'm glad I'm still here. Honestly, I do have children and they need me, as well as just seeing my growth, conquering things, finding true love, overcoming certain fears I thought I wasn't going to be able to do. Like if I would have went when I thought I was ready to go, who knows? The crazy part is that in the beginning when all this stuff starts and your spiritual awakening starts and you start to wake up and you isolate and you cut off your family members for a while, your friends, they're all gonna think like you're off your rocker, like what's wrong with him or her? Like, oh, I already knew they were weird or I knew they had problems, blah blah. But then God uses those same mouths that were talking down on you and talking bad on your name. He uses those same mouths later to praise you. And I'm going to make a separate video on that to go into that. But the same family members, friends, but mainly family members, they're going to learn from you. They're going to learn from you. And like me, I'm the youngest. So there's a stigma around the youngest being the spoiled one, the one that gets away with everything, whatever. And when I was younger, I would say my mom probably gave me a little bit more leeway. But when I got older, no, that went down the drain, and that's because she struggles with her own personal things. I've learned that it has nothing to do with me. Chosen ones understand that when your family members treat you the way that they do, and why you had to isolate and why you are crowned the black sheep, it has nothing to do with you. If anything, they never deserved you. Okay? They never deserved you. The black sheep of the family, your family never deserved you. You are too pure, amazing, have such a beautiful light to you, have such a childlike innocence to you. Even yes, we're in this 3D and we could do terrible things. You still have an essence and a presence about you. You still have things morals, high morals, things you would never do. And even in things that you went off the deep end and maybe did, you instantly regretted it. It's not something that you just sit with and like, oh, I don't care, whatever. You regret it. But chosen ones, that's the beauty, is that those same mouths that they used to try to slander you, those same mouths are going to bless you one day. Just like with Joseph and his brothers, how they turned on him and they were going to sell him into slavery and just didn't care about him. And look how God used Joseph and how the story flipped and turned around. And those same brothers had to praise Joseph. They needed him. It was his turn now to be able to say, oh, remember you left me for dead? Remember you were jealous of me, envious of me? He could have done that, but Joseph was the chosen one, so he wasn't going to play their little petty games, but it was, I'm pretty sure it was an amazing thing to say, look how the tables turn. The same people that slandered my name, now you need me. The same people that doubted me, the same people that wanted to misunderstand me, jealous of me, secret competition with your own flesh and blood. Now you have to watch me. Now you get to watch me shine like the star that you always knew that I was. And instead of loving me and embracing me as your family, you decided to treat me like the world did and see me as competition. That was hurtful. Chosen ones, what your family members have done to you is extremely hurtful. And it is not something that's easy to just get over. But what I'm telling you is that God chose you again to be that bad guy, to put that line in the sand. Do not cross. The boundaries start here. You're not going to do this to me. We're not going to continue to do the toxic back and forth. Okay? We're not going to continue to act like we're a family during holidays and then after that, we're strangers again. Like, enough of the toxic mess. Okay? Enough of when you try to express yourself, now it's disrespect. How in the world can your parents tell you, I love you? You mean the world to me. I'm thankful to have you. But in the same breath, you can't even express how you feel without it being seen as disrespect. Especially when you're not coming at them disrespectful. You're not shouting, you're not screaming, you're not cursing, but yet just expressing your frustrations, maybe your love, your expectations is deemed as disrespect. You wanting to work through family trauma and not sweep it under the rug like every generation did, and now you're the problem, and now you're dramatic, and oh, it's not like that, and downplaying and all this other mess, right? Chosen ones, your family is in for a rude awakening because they never thought you would be able to walk away. They never thought you would be able to stand your ground and say, you know what, I'm not taking this anymore. I love you all. I always will tell you all this line. I love you all. I love you. You're my family. You're my blood family, but I love me more and I will not be treated this way. That's why God chose you, because he knew you would be brave enough and have the courage to stand up for what's right and to fight back and to still have that beautiful heart to love like you do. Not many people can do that. Okay? So you're special and you're blessed. And that's why even your own family, they get upset because they come from the same family. And yet, even though God comes through for them, it's not like how he shines on you. And everyone sees that. But God is God and God chooses who he chooses. That doesn't mean you should be hated for it or cast out for it. But just understand that that comes with being a chosen one. So that's why God chose you to be the quote unquote bad guy, because he knew you'll be able to get through it. He knew you would come out just soaring like an amazing eagle. Please share your stories in the comments below. From the time you were born up until now that you know you are chosen one, how has your life changed? How have you grown stronger and better and wiser? Let me know, okay? Because I know there's going to be beautiful, beautiful testimonies out there. And never be ashamed or afraid to share, okay? That's why God has you here, to help others. We're all helping each other. This is a beautiful journey that we're going to face together. All right, chosen ones. I love you. I will always tell you guys that, because love is one of the most powerful frequencies ever. And I want to share my love with you all, especially those that can be hurting and low. I love helping others feel better. So I pray that my messages are helping. And again, I love you all. God bless you all. Remember that God loves you so much more. Okay? And I will see you all in the next video.